Friends, welcome back to Love Life. I am Michael, personal long-term recovery from substance use disorder, co-occurring with mental health. My gifts are PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, attention deficit disorder. So you may see me swerve off and come back to you. You may see me play with my glasses, just that fidgety attention thing. I'm also healing on purpose from physical and sexual abuse from childhood, teenager, and even as an adult during my substance use disorders day, my active addiction days. That's what happens when I subject myself to that, and again, and so I share that with you, so we're not ashamed of the journey, but appreciate that we're still allowed to experience it at all costs. And so today we're going to talk about I'm co-occurring, so I have to balance on both sides. Today, we're going to talk about tools or skills that we can use to manage our recovery, whether it's emotional recovery for mental health or whether it's dealing with the mindset, right? Addiction. Both either way, guess what? Thinking is attached to what the addiction and the wellness condition. And so, first thing we want to talk about a tool is stabilize the symptoms, whether it's stop drinking or whether it's the use of drugs or whether it's an activity that's no longer where has become addictive and no longer is healthy, to moderate that activity. Because remember, I believe in mind. For me, I will share with you mind altering substances and then mind altering activities that may cause my condition to spiral out of control. Right, I get a little chaotic, and so therefore. Um, Stabilize the symptoms is something that I have to participate in. It sounds clinical or sound yes, you're under care of someone, but stabilize the symptoms. I have to follow my treatment plan. Um, it- and if it's and if you have mental wellness medications, please follow those as prescribed, to help get a balance. I just encourage you because I care about you and care about you being with me and sharing this moment today. Another skill or task to do, like another tool when we're managing our recovery, is to learn about the illness. What learn about my addiction is a substance use disorder. What is my illness? What is my mental health diagnose, right? If I'm co-occurring, to learn about that so you can own it and have more tools what to maintain it. So the condition doesn't live through you, but the condition lives with you, live with us, it lives with us. This self-diagnosed meaning, what this means is uh, what we have learned about it because we have been giving a diagnosis by a licensed professional. Now the self-diagnose is to own it. What they're saying, once we've had that clinical understanding or broken down to our comprehension, now it wants us to own our illness so it doesn't own our life, right? Own it so we can heal from it and work maintenance on it in our life. And if that makes sense, and so hopefully you have the courage to own your illness and not be ashamed. That's why I come on here once a week to own it and to share those things that and the journey of healing from and always maintenance. Because these conditions, there's no cure for substance use disorder. There's no cure for my co-occurring my mental health condition, but I can be in what they call in daily reprieve. I can be in maintenance of it in recovery from that. And so then we have living one day at a time. So some counselors and some professionals may suggest developing a 24-hour plan, um, or just what is it you need to do today? What is my priorities that I need to get done today? One, not just business, but for me to be successful and not to relapse. So, and again, the encouragement is not to get ahead of the plan today. I don't know about you, but for me and my thinking and the conditions that I challenge and that I face head on every day, sometimes I can get these uh, um, grand grandeurs, these thoughts of grandeur, as they would say, or lack of a better word. Okay, so then um, once we've got an idea of how important it is to take 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, and 1 moment at a time, 1 day at a time, then it's looking at our activities, things that we have to participate out of daily obligation, and things that we can choose to. Does my lifestyle, mentally, physically, and spiritually, um, and psychologically, am I doing activities that support my goal of recovery? And we're not talking about activities that maybe what we call obligatory, maybe work environment, places I have to go to work, or other things that in nature just require me based on lifing, being an adult, doing adult things. Treatment first. Um, just because you may graduate from outpatient or inpatient or what may be ever the tool or your experience, there's always some type of treatment. I mean, know your priorities. Make 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 learn working with your treatment plan unconditional. I think what people fail to realize, once you leave the formal treatment and you graduate from either intensive outpatient treatment or out inpatient, there's still a treatment plan for yourself to stay what in recovery, right? It's the things you do, the routine you follow. That is a wellness plan or a some source of a treatment plan, whether we like to acknowledge it or not. Right? It doesn't mean I'm sick. It means these are the things I need to stay on the path of wellness. And so I hope you're encouraged to visualize it or to accept it and to receive it in that way, because I just want you to have the best life that is for you. And so then we move on to those who are in support of your recovery journey, that you have a support group that holds me accountable and encourages me in achieving these goals, that are what specific, measurable, attainable, right? And things in that nature, and it's time bound. And yeah, I think even in recovery, you have to have some time bound, right, or a time frame of things to do to hold yourself accountable, and also sometimes encourage yourself to kind of give yourself some mini nuggets of success or gems of success, however you would like to word it. But inform others. What is your recovery network, your circle that's going to encourage you, hold you accountable, and call me out on my bullshit. Call me out my bullshit because they want to see me successful. This is what I share with them, what I'm going to do, and then they're going to give that back to me and say, "Are you doing the things that will help you help yourself achieve these goals in your recovery state of life?" Right? Have a recovery state of mind, have a recovery state of life. Right? That condition, that part. Um, Also, the reality of it, we're not thinking negative, we're thinking factual in reality. um, Look at and observe and take a note, or some people may write it down or even put it in their phone, digital or digital. Take a note of the things, the factors. Is it my environment, is it the people I'm around, is it the work that I'm involved with, that can possibly lead to relapse, can lead to emotional relapse, can lead to substance use relapse, whatever that relapse may entail, from what we are recovering from, because we all recovering from different things. So we want to be able to form to fit that to your situation. So take note of take note and pay attention to those factors that could lead to relapse, because if we're taking note of that, that hopefully that can lead us to doing a form of what self-care, being proactive to prevent relapse. And also, once we take note of these potential factors based on how I know my personality, see, you're taking mental note of the factors of relapse because you're accepting, I know how I am. I know how I am, so let me write this down. Let me take note of that. And so now that I took note of the factors that could lead me to relapse, because I know how I can be, now what is a relapse? What is a plan to prevent relapse? you know so get, if you're seeing a mental health professional or a counselor, get feedback from them. I would encourage you to implore their help to do that. And then this plan, as we change and as we grow and hopefully stay in recovery, this plan should change or be refined as you grow, as you get more experience in time in your recovery journey, in your pathway of recovery. And then last but not least, the last thing I want to leave us with today to think on and to ponder on, as we've had quite a few tools thrown our way. I put a lot out there because so you can pick one. What's behind door number 3? Now, anyway, put your plan into action on a daily basis. Do what I said I'm going to do. I said what I did is done, right? So put the plan to action daily basis. That means put us first. Put yourself, put me first. Put yourself first. Put your recovery plan first, your wellness plan, whatever word you have to say for your what those connectors, the neurological connectors and signals to go off to say, I am going to stay in recovery today. I'm going to be sober minded today. Whatever wording you need to put it, but the greatest love of all is to love yourself and not go back to how life used to be, because you know what it is. We know what it's about. We know what it doesn't offer. We know what it leads to. Shortcuts lead to dead ends. And so, in that case, I hope that we make choices and decisions that love you back, so you are encouraged to love life. Until next time, my friends.